Real quick, we're just going to go back to the first section and ask Paul specifically this question.
I'm going to stay a seat real briefly. Sorry, I was at there was a screening thing and I got here late and missed this part.
It's okay, we're all good. So Harry and the Potters are credited with starting the Wizard Rock community as we know it today, and library shows, being highly involved with your fans, making reading cool. At what point did you realize that you could use this power for good? Was it before you co-founded the HPA, or was that sort of the start of it?
Well, yeah, let's see. Honestly, the HPA started before there were any other real Wizard Rock bands to speak of. Andrew came to me with the idea, it was like 4 years ago that I first met Andrew Slack. He showed up at a concert we were playing in an elementary school gymnasium, and it was not even like a show on our website. Andrew had just heard about it through kids he was tutoring or at some camp. They're like, whoa, cool, so there's a band about Harry Potter? And so Andrew showed up, and he had gone to the wrong school and then came to the right school, and he like ran there, so he was all sweaty and bug-eyed. He was like, I got this idea. I was like, okay, dude. But he gave me his card, and we just started emailing about it and talking on the phone about this idea. And I think that as far as music and activism go, like it kind of goes hand in hand in a lot of ways. You know, artists and musicians tend to have their finger on the pulse of social consciousness in a lot of ways, and it's easy to translate those things through music. And a lot of the people that were role models to me as musicians and bands really were like proactive and had cool, interesting political backgrounds, or would use their music in different ways. And part of what I saw in Harry Potter and what we did with the band was we're kids who like playing rock and roll music, and we thought, well, if we write songs about Harry Potter, maybe we can get young people interested in rock and roll music. You know, it's not just that we're interested in Harry Potter, we're also interested in this other thing, and let's bring them together. And Andrew's vision for the Harry Potter Alliance was pretty much the same. It was, there's people who love Harry Potter, and there's all these themes in Harry Potter that have so many implications to our real world here, our Muggle world. Why not bring them together and form our own Dumbledore's army, you know, based on this enthusiasm generated by these books and this passion for these books, and let's translate that into something that's real, you know, goes beyond the books, and can be a force for good and decreasing world suck. I was just encouraged by this. Those guys are so cool, and I'm so glad that they're here and everybody's here. So let me take this opportunity to thank you for coming to LeakyCon. This is like so cool to see all you guys here and talking about such cool stuff like the Harry Potter Alliance and everything. Is there more follow-up? I'm sorry, I gotta go run our sound check now for the show, but if there's more questions, I'm happy to.
Well, next we were going to talk about just the community in general.
Oh, so. I'll stick around for a little longer.
This one's called...
This whole panel is about the community in general.
It's all about love. And this last section's actually titled I Found Love in Wizard Rock, and it's how the Wizard Rock has created a community of acceptance and inclusion for everybody. And this is for absolutely anybody who wants to jump in here, so I don't know how much you guys can like cuddle or squish in here, but go.
Why is this chair empty? Do I smell bad?
So this first question was actually sent in by one of our Wizrocklopedia readers, and it's, Wizard Rock can claim to be, by no hyperbole, the most prolific fan or community-based music scene. Do you think this is due to the fandom, the talent of the musicians involved, just a happy coincidence, or a little bit of all three? Is it just a strange correlation that there's a higher percentage of musicians or musically inclined people in the HB fandom?
representing the non-actual musicians on the panel. I think it has a lot to do with the fandom, not just the fandom itself, but people who care about sharing the things they love with each other. Whether it be music, because I love music, I just can't make it. Whether it be Harry Potter, or any of these things. I mean, I love editing, and I know I sound like a complete nerd when I say that, but I love to edit. And so I've managed to combine my love of wizard rock and editing and being awesome with Freya, apparently. And we've been doing the Wizrocklopedia for a little while now, and I just get to spend this time with so many people, and it's become so enormous because of how much people are sharing. And as much as I love all of Wizard Rock, I cannot honestly say it's because of the quality of all of the music. There's some high quality music in Wizard Rock, but not all of it is, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when the music isn't the highest of quality if it's not a professional level. And because it's just us sharing what we love to do, and us sharing our passions with each other, and that's what makes it so amazing and so prolific, in my opinion.
I mean, okay, so the question is, why is it so prolific, right? Okay, well, two reasons, I think. One, when the seventh book was coming out, we were talking, like, amongst our friends about, like, is this we were trying to decide if it was, the two questions were, is it the most important literary event ever? Which we decided probably not. Like, they're great books, they're amazing books, but I mean, you know, when Kafka released something, like, that was probably maybe a little more important or something. But is it the largest or is it the largest literary event that's, like, ever taken place? Probably. Like, and so volume, one, is like there's so many people that are into it, so by just law of averages, you're gonna have more. Like, the reason there's so many fans is because of the books, right? It's because of the music too, but it's also because people love these books and we want to talk about them and we want to exchange ideas about them. Two, it's also a young fan base, right? How many, like, there's a reason there's not Tom Clancy rock, right?
Someone's going to take that idea now.
Yeah. So it's a ton of people, and a lot of them are young, and a lot of them people dig music, and that's my answer.
I would say that a lot of people who are attracted to Harry Potter are extremely creative people. And I think that, I mean, fan art and fan fiction have been around for years and years and years, and I mean, there are thousands upon thousands of fanfics, but we don't hear about it every day because you can't perform a fan fiction exactly, or a fan art. I don't know how you would do that. But I mean, we're very, I think we all have an element of showmanship in our personality. We like to be performing, and so we're communicating with people all the time. We're trying to get people to listen to our music. We're pushing it, we really are. So I don't necessarily know that there's more wizard rock than anything else. I think that just Harry Potter does appeal to creative people, and it just so happens that music is a creative outlet that we all use to show our love for Harry Potter.
Could I add something to that? I just want to say that at the time in history that Harry Potter became very popular, there was never a time where it was easier to record music and distribute it massively. So that's probably a lot.
True.
That's